Hey, Rabbi Greg Marcus here. I am going to share with you today the story about a prostitute in the book of Joshua. Her name is Rahab, and she has a small part. But it's a really important part, and it has a lot of implications for us today. Now, the book of Joshua picks up where the Torah ends. The Torah ends with the book of Deuteronomy. Moses is making his big speech. It's his final aria. It's his last advice to the people. It's a retelling of a lot of what happened earlier. But anyway, at the end of the book, he dies. He's buried by God. At the beginning of the book of Joshua, there they are at that same place. Joshua is Moses' successor. They cross the river, they enter the land of Canaan, and they start conquering. Now, this book is one of the really big adherents of what I call team law, following the letter of the law, following God's commandments and instructions exactly. So, what I'm going to be talking about today, the sources that I'm going to be citing, you can find them on a source sheet in Sefaria called Team Chesed Week for the Prophets. Okay, and our first source, let's start actually in the end of the book of Deuteronomy, where it says, when you cross into the land, the people who live there, you shall not let a soul remain alive. So God is very clearly instructing everyone that when they enter the land, everybody's got to die. They got to kill everyone who's there. This is included in the 613 mitzvot, the 613 commandments codified into law, first by Maimonides. And here it is, negative mitzvah number 49, do not allow a soul to live. These are for the 7 Canaanite nations. Okay, pretty clear. And then by chapter 6 in Joshua, they've conquered Jericho, and indeed, everybody was killed. The men, the women, the children, the animals, except one person lived. Rahab and her father's family were spared. Now it says because she had hidden messengers that Joshua had sent to spy out Jericho. Well, what happened to following the letter of the law? We just saw it. It was very clear. Everybody had to die. So what happened? Why did she merit saving when everyone else was killed? Okay, so for the backstory, Joshua sent a couple of spies to scout Jericho. And they're in the city and people figure out, oh my God, there's some spies here. They know the Israelites are coming. And this prostitute, Rahab, hides them in her house. They're up in the roof under some straw. And she tells the king of Jericho, they left. I saw them. They were here, but they left. I saw them leave the city. Quick, go after them. You still have time to catch them. Well, she then goes to the spies and says, please swear to me by the divine, since I have shown you chesed, I want you to show chesed to my father's house and spare us from death when you invade. And chesed, here it means not only loving kindness, but it also is invoking a kind of loyalty. You know, we talk a lot about divine chesed sticking by us no matter what. And here she's saying, look, I did you some chesed, do me some chesed. Well, the spies explained to her that it's not so simple. We're pledged to you and yours even to death. Just don't disclose what we've talked about, and we will show you true chesed ve'emet, when the divine gives us this land. So they're explaining to her that chesed, it isn't just you wash my back, I'll wash your back, a tit for tat kind of thing. It's an ongoing relationship. And they're saying we are entering into this ongoing relationship of chesed and loyalty. And that's what you've bought into. So for that reason, this divine commandment that everyone needed to be killed was overwritten. Nobody went to God and said, God, can we spare her? And in fact, earlier in the document, when people don't follow the instructions from God exactly, they're stoned to death. So this is a really an obedience text. The only thing that can override that is acts of chesed, acts of kindness. So thank you so much for watching today. If you're still here, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you found this useful. And I want you to think in terms of the modern world when people are saying, well, it's really important to follow the rules, or it's really important to follow Jewish law. Some things are more important. There are some circumstances when kindness and individual merit is more important than following the letter of the law. So once again, thank you so much for being here. If you're still here, please like and subscribe to the channel. Come over to rabbigregmarcus.com and sign up for my email list. Or if you have questions, just create a 30 or 60-minute video meeting and we'll get together and we'll talk about this. Or go by safaria.org and take a look at the source sheet, and you can follow me and see when new source sheets come out. Take care.